Follow me on Instagram at Suzhou, and here I am with my talented friend Joshua Kim. Hello, Joshua.
Hello, nice to be here. My name is indeed Joshua Kim. You can also follow me on Twitter at DZMint. I will be a part of this analyst desk with the beautiful Sojung Lim, and Matt will join us a little bit later.
And this event is being held in Suzhou, and mentioning the venue, you and I were here at this event in Guangzhou, and how does it compare to last year's event?
Well, Guangzhou was amazing. It was enormous last year. We came back this year, and Suzhou is actually just as wonderful. We got to take a walk around before, and the famous Dushu Lake, it's huge. When I got to stand next to it, it looked like an ocean. It was amazing.
Yeah, it's just like an ocean. And looking at the back, there are fans filling up right now. We are in the land and the country of Crossfire, and we cannot not talk about the Chinese team. Joshua, take it away.
Right, well, last year, HG Longzhu did take the title and win CFS 2015, but they are not here this year. However, one of their players, Double Kill, is now on VG, and they look like the strongest contender this year.
But actually, guys, there are not only Chinese teams here, but there are 12 different teams from 11 different regions, such as South America, Japan, Brazil. You know, I don't even know how I'm going to mention every team's here, but there are so many teams here, right?
Right. That's just to name a few, but everybody made it up through qualifiers, a few wild cards, but they're definitely trying to go and dethrone China.
And now, let's see how they all got here. Now we're gonna see how they all got here at the airport. Teams getting here. Actually, I think we got filmed here too. We don't know. We walked past the cameras.
Right. Everyone looking really happy, traveling. You know, as much as it's a competition, it's also a festival. Everyone's here to have fun, but at the same time, be competitive.
And this is the Chinese team, Korean team, hidden right over here. Hidden's Julie.
Right. There are
finals.
Old teams and new teams alike. Some of you will know teams like Hidden from Korea, RU Legends from Russia, but also new teams. In fact, Brazil also has a new
I'm kind of getting worried if I'm over here because I was wearing glasses and they didn't really recognize us. And parents supporting their children here. And of course, everyone's goal is to win this tournament, as always. BG here.
Speaking of smiles, thank you for the host, Smilegate, and of course the partner Tencent and the broadcasting, Banana Culture.
Well, I think we were done, and we are getting ready for the pre-opening ceremony. And now back to you, Matt.
Jahao and greetings to our Crossfire fans and players all over the world. I am Matt Andrews and welcome to the Crossfire Stars 2016 Grand Finals. We are bringing this 3-day event to you live from Suzhou in China from today through to Sunday. And Suzhou is renowned as the China water town, a city bursting with proud cultural heritage. We'd firstly like to acknowledge and appreciate the support of our host, Smilegate, and our partners, Tencent, and of course to appreciate the organization of Banana Culture, our sponsor. Now, Crossfire Stars is the world's biggest first-person shooter, and with a total prize pool of $630,000 US, the Crossfire Stars 2016 Grand Finals has invited the top 12 teams from 11 regions and countries to compete here to be the new world champion. And the winners will win this trophy and $200,000, 4 times the prize of last year. It's our 5th year of finals. The game is getting bigger. There are more and more competitors, and the level of competition is higher than ever. We are expecting the players to bring us excellent performances on this magnificent stage. So let's meet them. Representing North America, Europe, Latin America, and Asia, please allow us to introduce the top 12 teams in the world. Please welcome the first team to the Crossfire Stars 2016 Grand Finals from Vietnam. This is Freedom Gaming. Freedom Gaming have been in the finals of many tournaments in recent years. They were runners-up in the first season of the Crossfire Elite League, and they beat Boss, the runners-up of the Crossfire Stars Invitational in Manila, to win the Vietnam International Finals and take their place here today. Next here in the Dushu Lake Stadium, from Russia, this is Are You Legends? Are You Legends have been the best Russian team in all 5 years of Crossfire competition. They have experience in big international events stretching back to 2011. Their previous best at the Grand Finals was the quarterfinal stage in 2014. Representing North America, this is Team WOW! Team WOW formed in early 2015, but that does not mean that they are inexperienced. All of these players have been competing in Crossfire since 2009. It showed when they went 3 months undefeated in North America, and their style could upset a few of the other teams, as these are one of the most aggressive teams to watch at the finals. From Colombia and representing South America, this is Kauai! Kauai are a team who never give up. They have truly earned their place here at the Crossfire Stars 2016 Grand Finals, because in the 2014 National Finals they were third, in the 2015 National Finals they came second, and now, here in 2016, they are finally the reigning Espanol National Champions. Please now welcome the South Korea champions. This is Hidden. Hidden have a record in competition that few other teams can match. In the last 5 years, they competed in the Korean WCG in 2012 and 2013. Then they competed in the Crossfire Stars Korean National Finals in 2014, 15, and 16. And in these 5 years of great tournaments, Hidden won all 5 of them. Our next team at the Crossfire Stars 2016 Grand Finals, from Japan, this is Insanes! When Insanes played in last year's finals, they did so with 2 stand-in players, but now they're back to the original 5 members. They include a winner of the Japan National Finals 3 years in a row, and they beat legendary opponents to be here as the reigning champions of Japan. From Indonesia to be here with us in Suzhou, this is Executioner. XCN are the national champions of Indonesia. They are veterans of crossfire competition, stretching back to 2010, and they have a lot of experience in big international tournaments. They represented Indonesia at the WCG 2012 and 2013, and they've been with us in Crossfire Stars Seasons 1 and 2. Suzhou, please welcome our first representative from China. This is All Gamers. All Gamers are the largest professional esports team in Southwest China. They showed a rare weakness when they lost their opening match at the recent Crossfire Stars Invitational in Manila, but then they showed strength, resilience and teamwork and dominated all the rest of the tournament. They are 4 times Pro League winners, and they include players who were the world champions in Season 2. Representing the esports loving country of Brazil, this is Hemo Brave. These are one of the most popular teams internationally. It includes some big personalities amongst their players. Hemo Brave were the best of the Western teams in Season 2, and to earn their place here at the Crossfire Stars 2016 Grand Finals, they beat the 3-time Brazilian national champions. Our next finalists from the Philippines, this is Pacific Wara. To be here, they had to beat their sister team, Pacific Makta. But Pacific Wara, they are no stranger to big crossfire events. They've represented the Philippines in 2 previous Crossfire Stars season finals. In one, they made the quarterfinals. In another, they made the semifinals. Now, they want to go all the way to the Crossfire Stars 2016 Grand Final on Sunday. Please now welcome from Europe, this is Flipside Tactics. Flipside Tactics are a big and very successful organization with teams competing at the highest level of many international esports. Their Crossfire team are the current European champions, and to earn that title and their tickets to the Grand Finals this weekend, they took out none other than the runner-up of last year's Grand Final. And finally, last but by no means least, welcome here in Suzhou, this is VC Gaming! This is the 12th and final team here at the Crossfire Stars 2016 Grand Finals. VC Gaming are here as the national champions of China. They have a successful history of winning the WCG. They've won multiple pro leagues, and 3 of this team are the reigning Crossfire Stars World Champions from 2015. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the 12 teams competing here at the Crossfire Stars 2016 Grand Finals. Now, the first day of competition is starting now. You can join us on crossfirestars.com. That's the official Crossfire Stars website. And there you will be able to choose whether to watch the action from stage A or B. By hosting this grand final, we hope that we will inspire many more Crossfire fans and players to take part in future competitions. But for now, let's end our opening ceremony and get to the games. We wish every team the very best of luck as they compete to be the Crossfire Stars 2016 World Champions.
在我18岁的时候，是 CFS 是我第一个世界冠军吧。
제가 이번 CFS 2016 그랜드 파이널 참가하면 이제 횟수로 5년 차인데 노력하는 제 자신을 보면서 이 5년 동안 참가하면서 내가 많이 달라졌구나라는 걸 느끼게 되었습니다.
When I was in 2012, my friend made a team with me. He wanted me to lead a team when I was 16, and that's when we won the WCG 2012.
Saya sangat senang sekali kembali ke CFS 2016 ini. Sebelumnya kita di CFS Season 1 dan Season 2 memiliki hasil yang cukup baik. Tetapi ini kita ingin tahun ini kita menjadi yang lebih baik lagi dan mendapatkan hasil yang terbaik dari Indonesia.
After 8 years na paglalaro ng professional gaming, eto bumalik na ulit kami sa CFS. 2 taon kaming nagpahinga. So ngayon, gusto namin ituloy yung nabigong pangarap namin yung last 2 years ago.
我从17岁到25岁的这8年时间里， 是把我最好的一个8年奉献给了穿越火线。因为我很热爱这款游戏，我觉得我虽然付出了最宝贵的8年时间，但是我觉得我不后悔。
Для меня это уже четвертая встреча с командой АГ. Дважды я встречался с ними, а точнее один раз на КФС встречался. Однажды я с ними в России встречался, они к нам приезжали на LAN. И вот совсем недавно, буквально месяц 4-5 назад, я встречался на Global International лиге с командой АГ. Я думаю, что мы можем победить эту команду. Мы сейчас намного увереннее в себе и намного лучше стали играть.
我觉得在这些大家给予我的称号里面，我觉得我最希望做到的就是说能尽到一个好爸爸的一个责任。因为当初接触这款游戏的时候，也是我的年龄也是不是那么大，也不是那么特别的成熟，到现在已经25、26岁的人了，就是说也是在去年也有了自己的孩子，就是说很少有時間去陪伴他，但是我也希望能夠盡到一個好爸爸的一個責任。
Masaya ako kasi meron akong mga anak na sumusuporta sa akin sa tuwing may laro ako, na kahit hindi nila naiintindihan, nandyan pa din sila. Ngayon sa CFS, gusto ko ipakita sa kanila yung best ko. Gusto kong manalo kasi para sa kanila tong laro na to. Mas lalo silang maging proud sa akin.
네, 저랑 같이 게임하는 동료는 총 9명 있는데 다 저보다 다 동생들입니다.
像我师傅马哲吧，他是年龄比较大的，到现在这个 CFS S5应该是他们最后一次世界比赛吧，然后就想和他们一起拿到这最后的世界冠军吧。
Saya sekarang sudah berumur 28 tahun. Saya tidak akan tahu lagi apakah saya mendapatkan kesempatan di CFS tahun ini atau tahun depan. Semoga di tahun ini saya benar-benar dapat memberikan yang terbaik, hasil yang terbaik buat Indonesia, mendapatkan kemampuan terbaik kita. Dan saya juga berharap bagi semua talenta-talenta yang potensial di Indonesia di tahun berikutnya bisa memenangkan CFS buat tahun ini.
열심히 해서 진짜 우승을 했으면 좋겠습니다. Цель у нас только одна, это победить, чтобы привести Crossfire Stars в Россию.
距离上次 CFS 到现在已经过了1年了，相信这些国外的对手他们也成长了不少，他们也是非常值得尊敬的世界级的对手吧。像之前的前4次 CFS 呢，都是由我们中国战队取得的这个冠军。然后这次我觉得我们2支中国战队依旧会把这个冠军留在中国。
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Crossfire Stars 2016 World Championships. As you just saw in the opening ceremony from Matt Andrews, we have so many national champions here representing all of their regions. Phil Whitfield is here with me once again. Phil, or Momo, as should call you actually. We were in Manila and we saw some of these teams in action there. We're expecting some absolute epic matches here.
Absolutely. This is the championships, the World Championships. It's the best of the best from every region, crammed into one place. A beautiful place that it is. The crowd is filling up, and we've got an intense 3 days of Crossfire. It's going to be insane. Yeah,
$400,000 up for grabs across the teams. Of course, $200,000 to the winner. Big chunk of change, and you heard Matt say it is 4 times the prize from last year. That is a heck of a step up.
That is that's just showing exactly the direction that Crossfire wants to go in. There's more money being put into it. You heard some of the guys there actually saying, and Matt at the end, we hope this inspires more people. We want them to join the community. And it is getting bigger and bigger. And to see that, you know, this game is played all over the world and the best of the best are put into this place now, it just shows what can be done. And it's great to see the prize pool pushing up, and you never know what it's going to be next year.
And it's great to see some of the stories in that clip we just saw there. The stories of obviously 70kg, the All Gamers player coming through, 8 years in the game, now a father, obviously imparting his knowledge. We heard from a couple of players saying that it may be their last ever tournament and they want to win it for them. Obviously coming in with experienced players, obviously for Vici Gaming as well. One of the guys going to be their last ever tournament maybe. I mean, we've heard it many times whether it's the last tournament or not. A lot of people sometimes are like, I'll just keep going a little bit longer. The money keeps going higher. I may as well just keep going. But But it is good to see there is so many stories imparted that these guys have been here year in, year out, throughout the years. Everybody's came close, but not quite there. And some champions that are yesteryear, effectively, are looking at maybe their final ever event.
It's really difficult, especially for some of those players. I mean, the pressure getting to them, maybe being their last event. Yes, they're experienced, but it's now or never for some of them. And as they were walking on stage there, you could see literally every single accolade that they had. You know, it was first in their own regions. They've dominated their own regions. And it's going to be difficult because, you know, stating the obvious, there's only one winner, and there's going to be a lot of disappointment for a lot of players, but there is going to be obviously that one champion who, you know, maybe their dreams will come true. If it's their last one, they take it away, that awesome trophy on stage, as well as, of course, the huge prize pool. 200,000 for first place.
Yeah, it's a gleaming gold trophy, isn't it? It's quite lit up. But yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, 12 teams here, obviously, 11 regions represented, everybody a champion on their own stead. But when we do reach the world stage, there are, of course, favorites. And you have to look no further than China.
Well, just looking at the overview and what we do have coming up for you, of course, December 2nd to 4th here in the Suzhou Stadium, Suzhou, China. Our host Smilegate, partner Tencent Games, and of course the broadcast Banana Culture. Looking good.
And this is the prize, obviously, we were talking about. There is the $400,000. They've already, every single team here has already received the $20,000 for winning their national finals, of course. So they're already 20K in. And yet they could come away with even more prizes, of course. A long way to go. They've got to get through the group stage. And, of course, the quarterfinals, semifinals, and the big grand final. There are a bunch of the teams, as we talked about, Vici and All Gamers, the Chinese. Flip side, we covered them in their big regional finals, knocking down Penta, really surprising. Pacific Wara, somewhat surprising, beating out their sister team, Pacific Macta and Hemo Brave. Bit of a surprise for them coming through, taking down Ints as well. Korea, of course, returning champions from Korea. They've been here for so long, hidden. Almost part of the furniture, along with RU Legends. Both of these guys just keep on coming back like boomerangs.
Yeah, and representing North America, got a chance to meet those guys. Team WoW. Definitely keep an eye out for those guys.
Freedom Gaming as well in there, beating out Boss, obviously, that we had in Manila. But there are the groups. They were drawn, I think it was 3 weeks ago now, obviously, along with the maps actually decided. So these guys have had plenty of time to prep on the map. It is going to be best of one in the groups, a double elimination style knockout. And you can see, obviously, All Gamers in that group, a big favourites along with RU Legends in there. XEN and Kawhi going to put a challenge in. A lot of talk about executioners, actually, XCN, they're known as. Whether they're actually, you know, a little dark horse, maybe, a little chance in there for them.
There's going to be those tournaments. Yes, we have our favourites and our underdogs, but there's one team where you're always looking out for something new. Can they, you know, put a bit of an upset to, you know, say one of these Chinese teams? And maybe this is the team to do it. XCN, they're looking good all the way from Indonesia. And, you know, they're in a group which a lot of people will think, you know, they can take a top 2 spot, but maybe they can go one better and just nip that number 1.
Well, you never know. I mean, certainly it's best of 1 throughout the groups, throughout the quarterfinals. There's a big chance of reaching the semifinals. We hit best of 3 stage. When we get the semifinals, and the final will be best of 5. So plenty of maps when we reach that final point. But there was always chance for an upset with this. As far as I know, though, the first map will be Black Widow for All Gamers versus RU Legends. That's a big, heavy map for China. A massive favorite for them. So already the home team have I would say an advantage. I mean, they're always going to have an advantage because we're playing in China anyway in front of the crowd. And we heard the crowd obviously cheering the second they came out. So big chance for them. But where else do we look outside of the Chinese teams?
I mean, there's so many. I mean, every single one is the national finals. The one in their group, obviously, RU Legends coming from Russia. I mean, a lot of people have kind of written these off a little bit, but you heard them in those VTs and what they are wanting to do. They've got better. And looking at RU Legends, their matchup 1 is against All Gamers. Just below, XCN will take on Kawhi. That is Group A.
Yeah, it's what's known as a GSL format in the industry, just because they came up with it first. Simply a case of, as you can see, winners go through to the right-hand side, losers go through to the left-hand side. They have to have themselves a playoff against the loser of the winner match. I know it gets confusing. The winner of the loser match plays the loser of the winner match. And of course, that's how we get our 3 teams through. Now, there is 3 groups, as you may have seen, but not all of those 3 teams will go through. Only 2 of the groups will have 3 through, and only the top 2 obviously will go through regardless. All Gamers versus Are You Legends, China versus Russia in our first game of today, as we mentioned. And of course, following that will be Executioners versus Kauai, the Latin American champions, versus Indonesia there. And of course, we do have a third game as well. We're going to be moving on to Group C later on. That's going to be Hidden versus Himo Brave. Himo Brave we saw in Manila put up a great performance, actually knocking down Pacific Macta in the final day. So we'll see whether they can rise to the occasion once again. But this is going to be our first matchup today. And later on today, of course, we will have the winners match. Now, the losers match, what I'm told, won't be shown. That will be tomorrow. We're going to have the Group C winners match as well following on later today. I'm expecting to see Pacific Wara in there, certainly. Whether it's going to be against Hidden or Himo Brave, we will find out.
It's all up for grabs and all to play for. You've seen how the day pans out. Of course, we'll show you, of course, going into the Saturday, of course, the grand finals. But these teams, I've got my eye on that game too as well. XCN coming up against Kauai. This first game, All Gamers versus Are You Legends, history, you're siding towards the Chinese. They're in their hometown. They've got everything behind them. The map even, you touched on, it does favor them in a certain way. So you've got to go into this thinking, All Gamers, it's theirs to lose almost. But I do think that may relieve some of the pressure from Are You Legends. They've not got, the pressure of being that favourite. They can come into this with an open mind. And they said in the VT, one of the players was just saying, we've got better and better every single year. 5 years they've been doing this. Maybe this is their year.
So one thing the Chinese teams are known for is generally their aggression. Like no matter what a game, they're known for their aggression. Now, I'm just wondering if Russia can maybe counter, because Russians are also known for their aggression across many games. I'm wondering if they're going to counter it with the other. Now, we saw with All Gamers, they had a shaky start in Manila. They got caught out by Boss from Vietnam, and it completely upset them. It threw them off for the entire group stage day, and they had to go for that marathon session through the day to reach the finals and then, of course, win Manila the Invitational. They did recover, but you can shake them.
And it's a best of one. We come into these group stages, best of one. Winners go through. Obviously, you can see how quickly this will pass. Being a best of one, you have that added kind of pressure of, you've not got that slip map. You've not got a map where you can, go 1-1 and push it to your favorite map. Yes, Black Widow is something that they're very happy about, but best of one, anything can happen. And definitely these two teams, they don't get to play a lot. They don't get to play all the time. So these international events, these World Championships are where it can all go down. And so for some teams, all go wrong. But the Russians definitely come in here as the underdog. And for me, definitely one to watch. All Gamers, they're favorites. They came first at Manila after their shaky start. But after that, they did power through that loser bracket. They came back and they took the championship.
However, they didn't win their national finals. And since we went in on the teams, I can see there's nobody in the lobby right now. So we got time. We got time to talk about the rest of the tournament. Obviously, ourselves here on stage A are going to be covering in Group A and the Group C, along with the winners' games from both A and C. Over on stage B, there is a Group B going on there. That's where the Europeans are going to be playing Flipside. Looking forward to see that, and Team WoW as well. Let's talk about those teams, Phil, because obviously we're not really going to get a chance to look at them. We're just waiting for the teams to set themselves up. There they are in their booths, getting ready. All Gamers and, of course, Are You Legends. They're going to be in the booths. They're on the stage. And you can see they're just